session. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So, good evening to all respected, learned principals, vice principals, senior teachers present in this platform. Good evening to our chairperson of Sahodaya School Complex, Jamshedpur, Dr. Sarkar. Madam is playing a very big role in organizing these types of online seminars. Shubhashri Madam is known to me for a long period of time. And whenever she asks me to conduct a session, I just simply cannot tell no to her. So I have to do a little bit of research every time and I have to come out with a particular topic. I hope all of you remember the last time we had a webinar on early numeracy. That was basically for the teachers of the junior section because that is where early numeracy is required. But it is important that all of us, we are teachers simply. So all teachers should know everything. This one, the one that we'll have today, is interdisciplinary teaching learning. Interdisciplinary teaching learning is basically teaching strategy, a learning strategy, which is generally used in the middle school and the high school. But then again, a teacher is a teacher. Each and every one of us, irrespective in which part of the school we are teaching, we should know the process. We should know the strategies because you never know when you will be put for which particular task in the school. So all teachers should always be ready to take classes at any particular site of the school. With this, we will start the day with blessings from the Lord and we'll move forward. So what is this interdisciplinary teaching learning? As far as NEP 2020 is concerned, as far as NEP 2020 has come out with various ways and methods and strategies and for teaching learning, to make teaching learning more comprehensive, to make it more user-friendly, more student-friendly, as well as teacher-friendly also. So when these types of things goes on, then learning becomes wonderful. We all start learning in a different way. We all start teaching in a different way. And finally, the bottom line is that everything is what? Student learning. So let's go forward. Just a minute. Let's hear a story. Before we go into the exact specific of this particular program, I'll tell you a small story. Okay, a very short one. And that's how we will go forward. This particular teacher in the high school, he was diagnosed. He went for some pathological investigation test of his because he's a 50+ man like me. And it was found that his is cholesterol level is quite high. Of course, he didn't get too much shock or something like that because at this particular age, this happens. So instead of thinking how to lower down the cholesterol level, he directly went to his students and asked them and had a discussion with them and told them that this is my condition. So what shall I do? What shall I do to make sure that my cholesterol level goes down? So all these students, they joined hands together and they started doing some sort of research work. And they did a lot of studies with biology, with sports, with medicine, with health education. And then they finally came out with a result. And they told, sir, if these things are done, then your cholesterol level will come down. So the teacher noted down everything and he started practicing whatever his students told. Now, this is like a project work. This is exactly what interdisciplinary learning, teaching learning is all about. The students, they did research. They looked for various subjects. They deep dived into various subjects. They joined one subject with another subject. And they came out with the results. So this is, in gist, is interdisciplinary learning. teaching and learning, whatever we say. So thus, in a nutshell, this is what is interdisciplinary teaching learning. Okay, just now the story that I told you, I'll repeat in short once again. One particular teacher of a particular school who is 50 plus, he did some pathological investigations and he found that his cholesterol level is quite high. He did not get panic because this is quite normal at this particular age. It often happens with all of us. So he went to his students, he discussed about the matter with them, and he asked them that what is this and how can I get cured? And his students, they started discussing among themselves. They started discussing, they started doing research, they started various subjects, they studied various subjects like biology, like health, like sports medicine, general medicine, okay, lifestyle diseases and all. And finally, they came out with a result. This is what interdisciplinary learning is all about. And I'll tell you, respected teachers, interdisciplinary learning is getting its importance. It's gaining importance. It is a very good method of applying in our schools so that student learning will be wonderful. Let's go and see what is the exact definition of it. What is interdisciplinary teaching learning? What is interdisciplinary teaching learning? Well, it is exactly what it sounds like. It is exactly what it sounds like. Students combine learning from multiple disciplines. Students combine, they join learning from multiple disciplines to come out with new ways about issues and solve problems. Well, compared to the traditional approaches, the traditional ones that we have, an interdisciplinary approach expands what students learn by allowing them to tackle problems that don't fit neatly into one particular subject. This is the bottom line. This is the punchline, you can say. So what is interdisciplinary teaching learning? Well, it is exactly how it sounds, the way we are calling it. Okay. Students combine learning from multiple disciplines. They combine history, they combine geography, they combine science, they combine Sanskrit, they combine Hindi. Okay. And they come out with ways about issues and how to solve the problems. What are the issues are there and how to solve the problems by joining one with another. Compared to the traditional approach, the normal traditional approach that we have, look at this, look at that, an interdisciplinary approach expands what students learn by allowing them to tackle problems that don't fit neatly into one subject. You will not get it from one particular subject. You need help, you need joining, you need interlinking various subjects, and then only you will get it. And that learning is a different learning, you know. It's an excellent learning. Please let me know whether I am audible or not. Madam, am I audible? Please let me know if I am audible or not.
Yes, sir, you are totally audible.
Okay, because some of them are sending me messages. That's why. Okay. Right. Thank you. Now, what are the major cognitive areas of the cognitive skills for interdisciplinary learning? What are the major areas of the cognitive skills? What are the areas that we need to focus on? Like, according to several research papers, you know, lot of discussions, lot of research is going on with this interdisciplinary learning. So according to several research papers from some elite institutes, NCRT, Indian Institute of Science, IITs, even the international universities, even Oxford University is working very hard. Oxford, Cambridge, they are working a lot day and night to make this a successful teaching strategy, teaching learning strategy, I'll tell you. And so according to several research papers from some elite institutes, the four major areas of cognitive skills that interdisciplinary teaching teaches are, so what are the, recognizes the biases. They recognize the biases. Lot of biases are there in the study. A lot of unwanted materials are there in our study materials, which has to be removed. Thinking critically. Think critically. Critically thinking doesn't mean that you have to criticize something. Thinking critically means to analyze everything. Why it is like this? Why it was not like that? Why not we add it in a different way? So that is what critical thinking is. Many people have this thinking that critical thinking means to criticize. One of the 21st century skills is critical thinking or thinking critically. It is why this is like this. Why not it was like that? If it was like that, and what would have happened? That is what exactly is the embracing ambiguity. Ambiguity. Some people pronounce it as ambiguity. Okay, so different ways of pronunciation. The American pronunciation, the British pronunciation is that openly taking whatever things are required and analyzing the ethical concerns. See, ethics are a part of our teaching learning process. We have to remain within the ethical grounds, within the ethical boundaries, and we have to learn. So the major cognitive skills which are required by the in order to learn, in order to practice interdisciplinary learning is to recognize the biases, the unwanted, the useless things should be removed. We are very critically to come out with a positive result. Whatever good is there, take them and analyze the ethical concerns. Ethics cannot be removed at any cost. These cognitive skills are crucial for middle and high school students to transform them into successful students for future. So once if we can inculcate all these things within the minds of the student in our day-to-day teaching learning process by applying interdisciplinary teaching learning strategies, then our students' cognitive skills will increase. They will become successful in their future, and that is what is our major goal. Challenging students' biases. Next part of it is okay, fine. We are talking about biases and on how they can be challenged. Challenging students' biases with interdisciplinary teaching learning. Challenging students. These students, they mix with students. They say, no, the students' minds are preoccupied with lot many things that we have to understand very clearly. Sometimes students ask us in classes certain questions for which we sometimes get angry, which we should not. We have to listen to them because their minds are preoccupied with lot many things. They wanted to discuss this, they wanted to discuss that, what not. So obviously the minds are always filled with certain unwanted things, unwanted information, which we sometimes term them as biases. So interdisciplinary teaching challenges the students' biases. So students bring pre-existing ideas, no? Biases and prejudice into the classrooms, and this is very common. This is very, very common. So students bring pre-existing ideas, they bring biases with them, they bring prejudice with them into the classrooms. And these can affect what they learn and how they learn and how they apply what they learn in the school to their life. So these wrong ideas, this prejudice, they can greatly affect in the students' lives. This affect what they learn, what they are learning, how they are learning, and how they are in the school in their lives. IDTL, in short, interdisciplinary teaching learning processes, challenges these biases, the challenges. It compels them to consider multiple perspectives and in doing so train students to think more critically about their own identities. So when interdisciplinary teaching starts, when teachers go for it, when teachers help the students with them, then what happens? No, the students start removing all those biases that they have in their brains, which were there for a long period of time. All those prejudice, all those pre-existing unwanted ideas will slowly grow away. It is very easy to say, it needs a lot of practice, a lot of dedication from our side in order to use in IDDL. So it compels them to consider multiple perspectives. So generally what we happen, even till that's why NEP 2020 is telling that we have to move away from rote learning. We always, in the previously, what we used to always used to remember, this is what is written in the book, this is what sir has said, this is what madam has said, we will remain over there, we will not go any further. So that needs to be removed. And that's why, well, we are studying, we are getting marks, but how much the brain was developing, there's always used to be a question mark. So that is why now these new disciplines are coming. And that will help the students to think more critically, to know their own identities. And that will eventually help what? Learn more readily. They will learn more readily. Okay, they will get more ideas, get deeper understanding of the material. That is what we need. Get a deeper understanding of the material. Whatever subject they are studying, whatever ideas they want to get, whatever new ideas they want to get, whatever from the different types of ideas they want to analyze something, that will get into a deeper understanding, which we sometimes call as competency-based learning. Because once the conceptual learning occurs, then obviously competency learning will also take place. So that is needed. Be open-minded to new ideas, concepts, and ways of doing things. Just now I told you, that previously what we used to do. So we used to just remain within the safe boundaries of teaching learning. This is what is written in the book. Just read it. It will come in the examination. Give the examination. Get marks. Finished. But now, with new methods of teaching, the children will become open-minded. They will not limit themselves within that comfort zone. They will try to come out of that. They will try to have new ideas, new concepts, and new ways of doing things, which will be completely different by their own. And excuse me, that will eventually lead them into that competitive world of deeper thinking, deeper understanding, deeper learning. Why IDTL is important? What is so special about it? Why it is so important for us? What benefit we'll get out of it? पढ़ाई लिखाई हो गया, बाबू एग्जाम दे दिए हैं, नंबर भी मिल गया, सर मैडम थोड़ा ग्रेस मार्क भी दे दिए हैं, बच्चे पास हो गए, मम्मी खुश, डैडी खुश, प्रिंसिपल खुश, सारा दुनिया खुश। तो फिर क्या जरूरत है ये सब करने के लिए? जरूरत है, इट इज नीडेड, बिकॉज द डायनामिक्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इज चेंजिंग। दुनिया बदल रहा है और इसके साथ साथ हमको भी बदलने पड़ेगा। रिमेंबर दैट सेइंग व्हिच आई Disciplinary teaching learning is important. When students learn, they should be able to evaluate complex information. Yes, the complex information that they get, the complex things that they are getting, they should be able to evaluate them. They should be able to find out what are the missing links, what is required, what is not required, what is to be added, what is not to be added, what is to be multiplied, what is to be divided. Then only that evaluation process will go on, and the more they will do, the more they will understand and come up with their own ideas and perspectives so that they are able to practice the following. So why IDTL is important? Because when students learn, they should be able to evaluate the complex information. A superficial learning will no more work. That's full and final. ऊपर ही ऊपर पढ़ाई लिखाई और नहीं चलेगा। नौकरी के लिए करते हैं, और उनमें से बातों में एक बात होता है रिवर्स ऑस्मोसिस। एक क्वेश्चन था, लड़का झट से आंसर दे दिया, सर ये तो रिवर्स ऑस्मोसिस। मैंने पूछा, बाबू व्हाट इज रिवर्स ऑस्मोसिस, थोड़ा बताओगे? teach the students in that possible way. So by doing this, they will understand multiple viewpoints. We have to build structural knowledge. What is this structural knowledge then? This part I want to go once again. Why IDTL is so important? क्यों इतना जरूरी है? Because once students should evaluate those complex matters, we teachers also give up. Why? Because somehow I have to complete my syllabus and all. No. So these types of thinking uh, this particular soil is acidic in nature. In order to convert it into basic in nature or neutral in nature, what are the things that we are supposed to do? See, we are actually studying geography. Try to understand my point. We are studying geography, we are studying land structure, but then maybe we need to study a little bit of history over there in order to. Rekha Prasad, madam is saying I am not audible. Is the sound not very good? Madam, please let me. Hello, because over here the net is working properly that I can see. Mine.
Sir, you are not audible properly.
Different types of soil that we have. we are actually linking how those toxicity we are applying, how much area we will need to make sure that the toxicity is controlled. English literature over there in order to describe the land. This is interdisciplinary knowledge. Let them have that knowledge within them. Am I not audible? Excuse me, madam, please let me know.
Audible,
Because
audible, sir. Please continue.
Yes, sir, you are not audible.
Hello? Hello? Sir, if you can disconnect and join in again, let us see. Or you can change the audio connection.
yes, I can hear you, but the voice is cracking.
I think throughout it is. So what you do, sir, is that you change the disconnect from the audio meeting and then again join in through the internet audio.
And I'm getting a message.
Yes, you are audible. I think the problem is with some person's network connection or network strength. So I think, sir, if you continue, others will be able to hear you.
How and why things work. That is what we teach them in their classrooms. The way they do this is known as declarative. They know this, declaring, okay, this is the fine. Then students, what else we do with them? Students identify Thus, if students can combine both declarative and procedural knowledge to solve the complex problems, then the combination that they will build up is known as structural knowledge. So what is structural knowledge? Structural knowledge
I think there is the patchy net audio issue. Please bear with us. Sir, you continue.
There's a process of solving. Together, then we get the structure. Also, that teaching in the classroom is a totally IDPL, how IDPL promotes meaningful and engaged learning. Okay, so far we are asking audible, sound is not audible, sound is not audible. A lot of people are saying this, but my internet connection is perfect over here.
Surajit sir, if you can hear me. Sometimes the audio is patchy, but you continue if your internet connection is okay. I think the internet connection at the viewer's end might be having some problem.
How much engaged students will be in learning it? Let us understand. Audible, thank you. Analyzing and the ethical concerns require deep student engagement. See, teaching है तब उस need student engagement. In traditional classrooms, in traditional normal classroom, that जैसे rote learning classrooms आप जिसको बोलते हैं, in traditional classroom, teacher is at the center of delivering the knowledge. No, in the time था जब टीचर सेंटर्ड लर्निंग होता था, शिक्षक जो बोलेंगे, जो तैयार करेंगे, वही बच्चे को पढ़ने पढ़ाई लिखाई के ऊपर ध्यान दिलवाते हैं. It gives more attention towards the studies and makes student develop much more ideas. It becomes a broad thinking area. You have to nowadays we have to think the spectrum should be much broader than what it used to be previously. And violence like that. Now it will go to the take interest and get the best out of their learning matter so that the things that they exactly need, they do get it. But how we teachers will go on? Subject, learn that subject, biasness will remove, deeper understanding. But we teachers, how we will take this one? How we will, what are the things we should do to make sure that they learn? So instructional planning. Before you go to the class, it's a normal planning again. Before you teach that particular subject, before you talk about a particular project, make pre-instructional planning, make plannings, what exactly you want to do. Make a complete planning. Go with the planning. Make it step by step. Planning is very important. Without planning, we simply cannot move on. Okay, you have to solve a problem on physics. How literature will be associated with it, how chemistry will be associated with it. That will also come into your mind. So that methods, the concepts, बोलना पड़ेगा इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी थिंकिंग एक के साथ दूसरे को कैसे लिंक करें how they link one with another with concept subject, let them go into that matter, let them understand it. To go to the next step. So feedback is very, very important. Thank you, Joyce Thomas, sir. And finally, assessment. Let assessment take place and give it to the students to go for correction. Don't do it by yourself. I'll tell Before make a plan, the way we make lesson plans, introduce in order to create an interdisciplinary teaching learning environment with the schools. What we teachers can do. So collaboration with other teachers. See, one teacher alone cannot solve all the problems. Collaboration with teachers is very, very, very important. Today's world is a world of collaboration. Teacher used to say in a light mood, I'm telling, okay, please don't take it so seriously. English teacher बोलता था हम क्या साइंस वालों से तुम लोग का तो बस थोड़ा सा कर दिया उनके जो लिखा है जो साइंटिस्ट लोग ने बता दिया वही पढ़ाते हैं. And science man used to say we teachers are becoming much more broad-minded. Our thinking is changing. So we need collaboration with other teachers. Suppose if I am talking, I'm a teacher. I may not have that much idea. I may have studied chemistry. Very important. This is very important. The second thing is constant self-evaluation. What I am doing, Sumya Kumari, it is worthless. For innovations. Regular interaction with students and parents is also important. We have to interact with the students. If time permits, there should be interaction with the parents also to know exactly what we are teaching, what they want to know, and what is our role. Ourselves. Be in touch with them, listen to them, take their ideas also, because at the end of the day, it will help students to become collaborators. Interdisciplinary teaching learning empowers students as thinkers, as collaborators, as they need to do. We hope to use interdisciplinary teaching learning to engage students, educators, and community partners around for a you respected teachers. Today again a circular has come from CBSC. Today again a circular has come from CBSC, and remember, interdisciplinary teaching learning is something to stay over here for a long period of time. If you want to write something, yes, today we all, I don't know why you didn't get the sound, but this is a very simple process. You can also talk to me. And just to remind you that here it is very important. This is perfect. And let me just see if I can show you the uh, This circular is there. Can you see this circular?